Screg here, professional dinosaur man. I sell dinosaurs and dinosaur accessories. My dream is to travel the world and see all manner of fancy dinosaurs. Sadly, I have to change this dream because I can say with near certainty that there are no dinosaurs here in this cold and hostile land. Alas, such are the winds of fate, which ruffle the feathers of expectation on this humble Eruxy's appendages. I have something very important to say. I am tired of getting eaten, and I am tired of getting bitten. I understand the urge to bite things. I myself have very large teeth. My name is Trapjaw, and as such, I have been known to occasionally trap things within my jaws. But there is a limit, my friends. I have been eaten by stinky, undead zombie things, giant toads, and many other unmentionable horrors which I would rather not recall. The experience has been, quite frankly, traumatizing. I am happy that the tomb under this place of worship has been purified. My father would be very proud of me. Slaying undead with my friend Creek. Probably nothing ironic about that. It is my hope that Gertie and myself can continue to help each other become brave, to face the various perils of the world together. Like this entire motley crew, we are a contraption which is stronger than the sum of our parts. Speaking of dead things, there were a lot of deads, a list of them, which seemed to interest the small green magic man and the mysterious shadow friend. I hope to one day reach their level of investigative prowess. Anyways, we encountered a spooky lady, I believe Bartavaska was her name. She did some alchemical activities of arcane energy, and then a thing happened which I had difficulty comprehending. She seems nice. Odd and solitudinous, but nice. I hope those who work in the crypt are one day able to get some sunlight. Also, Nash has a religion. Scrag also has one of these. But Scrag believes in the importance of respecting the beliefs of others. May the Cosmic Dragon bless us all.
All right. So yeah, last episode you did go down to the crypts under the Church of Thantix, fought some Festrogs, ran into Professor Cartavaska, who closed up a portal to the Shadow Plane, and as you were leaving, the folks that got you down there were like, I didn't see anybody come back up. So that's a little weird. But that's about where we ended last session. And so, yes, Greg, you get an extra hero point. Everybody gets one to start.
I can't believe I got that mostly right.
You got it mostly right. All the stuff that you left out was stuff Scrag wouldn't have understood anyways, so...
Great.
He doesn't know much about the planes of existence.
He doesn't really care much about the planes of existence
Which
either.
is fair, frankly.
Pickles cares deeply about the planes of existence.
As he should.
What a mood.
All right.
Anyways.
So yeah, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon as you wander up from there. You're all a little bruised, a little battered, a little tired. But you still got the rest of the afternoon. And you've got 3 days before the big party at Olympia Smythe's house.
Do we still need to go back to the Horizon Walkers to turn in the quest, right?
Yes, we ended just as you guys exited out of there.
Yeah. And then just to go over, like, with us out of character, what we were planning on doing beforehand. I know we were going to talk to Maya in the morning to the day after. Today, I believe it was tomorrow we were going to talk with Maya.
Yeah.
And then was that the same day as we were going to talk to Lucius?
I think so.
Okay.
I know you needed to talk to Maya to get the memory that she saw, as well as... the memory, as well as you were looking to get an item from her to give to Cardavaska, so that she could
Right.
recalibrate her instruments to the Feywild or the Fey realm.
Yeah, because the plan was to talk to Maya to see if she could identify Lucius with the memory charm thing, and if we could identify that, then we don't talk to Lucius and Vaz gets to blow him off.
Yes. But because I know we were also going to go with, if we could get the stuff from Maya, we were going to go to the Lawkeeper before then, and I think we also wanted to see what he wanted to do, like...
Well, the thing was, we needed to take Maya to Dixon with the 2 memory potions, so that way someone from our party and Dixon could see what Maya saw.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So I guess maybe for this day, maybe we turn in the quest and then recuperate? I don't think we really have anything else that we especially need to do.
Scrag would like to go shopping, but I can just do that.
Yeah, like if we have any things that we want to buy shopping wise, we probably don't need to need to spend like the entire time. Like I have some spells that I could try and learn, but I don't think that. Why don't we just go turn in the money first and see where turn in the quest first and see where we are money wise.
Mhm.
Yeah, so to the Horizon Walkers.
All right. So yeah, you cross the street, head down to the Horizon Walkers Guild, walk in, and sure enough, Levi is behind the counter, working away at some paperwork.
Oh, a little Scrag token. Thank you.
Yes, you wanted it updated, so I updated it.
I appreciate it. I was gonna do one myself, and it wasn't going well.
Hey Levi, we did a thing.
Sleepy man, we have completed your quest.
Hey there. Which quest is that?
The stinky undead one.
But yeah, the crypt one.
Ah, yeah. So you saw the just a sec. I just noticed something. There we go.
I'm watching too much Homestar Runner. Scrag is turning into Strong Bad.
Apparently. Ah, yeah.
Good for it.
You saw Madam Vladimirsa? Yeah. All right. Just bring up your wayfinders here for me, please.
Yeah. Pickles will do so.
So yeah, as you like put your wayfinders on there, he kind of taps them, and like they light up a little bit with a little ping, and he nods and then goes, all right, and brings up a pile of gold. Here you go. And he distributes that amongst you. We want Creek on there. Not Gertie. Gertie doesn't get any monies. She can't hold them.
Aw, man. Poor Gertie. Missing out.
Gertie does not care. Gertie cannot eat monies.
It's okay. Scrag will get something for Gertie.
But I should all get some gold. And
Probably an official license.
and at that point, Levi hands you back your wayfinder. Afraid we don't really have too much else going on right now, but check in tomorrow. Maybe we'll have some more.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Shall we go figure out what we're gonna do with the rest of our day, Al?
Yes.
Well, you have a good day then.
You too, Levi.
Thank you as always.
He smiles and gives you like a lazy wave.
Vaz will tip her hat.
Nash is staying eerily quiet, but his shadow does that thing again where even as he turns and leaves, the shadow's still looking at Levi for a moment before it follows.
Can Scrag buy a whistle?
I mean, can you find a whistle in town? Why do you want a whistle?
For his dinosaur. to call the dinosaur when she's not around.
Ah.
This pointy end? No. Okay, you know what? I will look around. You do your things.
I will say, when you were over in the lower markets, the pointy end was more of, like, just weapons. There was the Lost and Found, which had, like, just random objects. And then Frinka's Finds, which was some more generalized stuff. But being over on this side of the river, you also know that you're not too far from the Central District, which also has more shops that you could investigate.
Okay.
We are going shopping.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come shopping.
All
I
right.
would love to come shopping.
Get in, bitch. We're shopping.
Ooh, you get a crowbar here. I don't think
Oh, where?
Okay.
the
First
Lost
of
and Found.
yeah. First of all, are you heading back to the lower districts, or are you staying over here in the Central District?
So, Scrag is gonna swing by Riverside Hospital and get a healer's kit for himself, because he's been needing one and hasn't been using one. There's an expanded healer's kit. Ooh,
Whoa.
provides a +1 circumstance bonus.
I would like to go shopping in the Central District.
All right.
Me too.
Scrag is going to get an expanded healer's kit.
Expand.
So, Pickles, as you start to walk around, you find a couple of places that kind of catch your eye. You find the Cobble Path General Store, which seems to have quite an array of basic items that you could collect. None of them are like specialized, but you find like rope and repair kits and all kinds of stuff there. And a kind of round woman with a bright smile greets you as you look around. You also find the Jolly Merchant, which seems to be a pub that is a little bit more low-key than the one geared to the campaigners by the Cobble Path pub area. And you also find a place called Blades for Glades, which
Ooh.
is another weapon store that has some weapons and armor.
Sorry, what was the second place you looked at? You mentioned?
It was not really a shop, but you did find the Jolly Merchant, which is a pub in the Central District. And you see, like, as you walk by, you see a lot of students from the Horizons Gate Academy, like, pontificating about, like, their studies there. And on the opposite end of the Central District, you see Blades for Glades, which is another weapon store.
Real quick, because Scrag has just wandered all the way off. Dan, I think you might want to wait a minute. Because we're having the
Where'd he
Central
go?
District to, like, explain to us, and you are all the way off in the lower markets already just clicking and buying stuff.
Oh, sorry, I wanted to do it off screen because I didn't want to like take time out of the shopping thread. Like,
I mean, we're doing shopping.
We're doing shopping, and also, like, especially for the stuff that there's only one of in the stores, you might want to just, like, wait and discuss with people. Because as the healer of the party, I might have been interested in expanding healer's tools.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if there's only one. I'm gonna put it back. How do I? Yeah, I put it back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
There we go.
refund myself. Sorry about that.
All good. We're just like we're getting into the shopping, so we want to
Yeah.
do it all together. Leanne, did you have more places to explain to us?
In the Central District, you don't see too much else of note, other than that there is, as you get closer to the edge of the city here at the Central District, you do see the North Road Stables, which you see a whole bunch of horses being stabled there.
Oh, well, we don't need to go there.
No. But those are basically the big points of interest. A lot of places in here seem to be housing for merchants, but there are the handful of shops there. The general store being the most robust general area, like anything you need for basic necessities.
Gotcha. Anything as far as like magical stuff?
Not so much.
Gotcha.
A lot of the stuff at her store seems to be the basics.
Oh, sorry. I was asking in terms of the central district.
Oh yeah. Central District does not seem to have like any magical places selling stuff.
Okay.
You remember seeing some at on the island, but pure magic items aren't as well stocked in the general areas here.
Greg has a question.
Yes.
Would I be able to benefit from a buckler if I'm using my claws to attack? Because it says if I'm not holding something in that hand.
I think it would make it so that you can't attack with your claws with that.
Okay. So I don't know how unarmed attacks works. I know in some games you can use any part of your body, and some you have to use your hands or have a hand free.
I mean, if it's specifically using your lizard claw damage, then you would have to use your lizard claws.
I do have talons, but I don't think those would be the same.
No.
Anyways, we'll talk about this later.
So, did we want to grab a expanded healer's tools for Nash? That might be good.
What I was going to say is if Screg stays with the group, the Cobblepath General Store has multiple of the expanded tools, and it also has signal whistles.
I also have a question when we get a second.
For sure. I think we have a second.
Okay. I looked at it in the compendium to see if it said anything. Is there any sort of, what's the word? When you're good at a thing.
Proficient?
Proficiency. Is there any sort of proficiency I need for a disguise kit? I didn't see one.
I don't think so. I don't think these work the same way that they do in 5e. I think it's
okay, cool.
Like based off of one of the roles that you do. Let's have a look, see if it says.
Yeah, because I looked at it because I was like, is it like sleight of hand or anything? But I can't.
It looks
I
like
looked
it's
in description.
necessary
I looked in
to.
details.
From what it says in the thing, it looks like it's necessary to pretend to be someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it uses deception.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think if you use deception for to pretend to be somebody else, it wouldn't work if you didn't have the disguise kit.
Okay.
Just realized that Screg has not had a backpack this whole time, so I'm going to remedy that real quick. He also bought a signal whistle.
Yeah, something in the update is being a little funky. I shouldn't have updated before we started playing.
Okay, I mean, how could you, predict that?
Yeah, because I'm clicking on the disguise kit and it's not opening the associated thing.
I also have a question, because it appears that the chalk is free.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too.
Free chalk.
It is priced at 0 gold points.
God, having Screg and Creek be the ones who are excited about that really scares me.
The staff and club are also free.
I feel like they're supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be like silver, and it's just not.
It's only.
But it's not calculating this properly.
She's having a chalk sale.
Why?
All chalk must go. No, really. Please take the chalk.
Take the chalk.
She has 30 of them.
And of course, it's not letting me actually check that. Of course.
That's okay. I think it's funny.
Man, I really should have not updated right before. There's a There's a lesson for all of you. If you are running something, don't update just before the session. Chalk. Pathfinder 2E. What? How much is chalk? Equipment.
Might actually
It's like
be free.
1 copper piece. So
Alright,
Word.
cool.
one
I'm gonna
cop-
grab some chalk and then I will just like dock myself.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
just-
I would like a couple pieces too.
Yeah,
Me
chalk
too.
comes in sets of 10 pieces for 1 copper. That
1
might
copper?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so then is her quantity like each one of those is 10 pieces, or does she have like 3 sets of 10 pieces with 30?
Oh, yeah, that's good to ask.
I think she has 3 sets of 10. It's just a little funky how it calculates
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I were to get 10, it would be 1 copper?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's 20 left, so Vaz can also get chalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
Gertie capable of carrying saddlebags?
Her size is small right now, so I don't think so.
Very small.
I think that's
Yeah,
something
it
you
might
have
have to be-
Yeah, I think that's something you have to wait till she becomes a mature animal companion.
Yeah. Anyways, I will just buy some like nice miscellaneous adventuring gear then. Is Greg apparently not of a water skin this whole time? I don't know what he was drinking. I don't want to think about what he was
I mean-
drinking.
Lake water.
Oh, no, for sure, lake water. Why am I even asking? Of course it was lake water.
Could I have some chalk as a snack?
Ah, why did I buy 2? I had chalk already. Huh. Then you know what, Creek? I'll just give you the 10 chalk I bought because I apparently had some
Aw.
already.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you bought
thank you.
like any of the adventurers packs at the start of it, they
Yeah.
come with chalk, and it's you might not have noticed right away because you're just like adventurer
Yeah.
pack, but they came with a lot of
But-
stuff. They come like with soap and all kinds of stuff.
But
I think it's
Yeah, I got
I
soap.
think it's so funny that chalk goes under equipment and not consumables.
Yeah, when it's
Unending chalk.
forever chalk.
I just assume every time I use chalk, it will consume a piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I put the chalk back.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead. and
Yeah,
grab
because it wouldn't let me just give it to Creek. So
Of course.
it. That's okay. I got it. Thank you. Of course.
yeah.
Someone please tell me not to use my remaining gold on a magnifying glass.
I was
Well,
gonna
here's the
say,
thing,
hey, Shelbs, there's a magnifying glass for as much
keep
as we just
looking
got
at
paid.
it.
Here's the thing.
So irresponsible.
Here's the thing: is there are a bunch of magic items in the Lost and Found in the lower district that I'm actually looking at and wondering whether it might not be a bad idea to get them.
Sorry, the upgraded climbing kit is called the Climbing Kit Extreme, and I love that so much.
So there's a couple different things I'm looking at. There's a set of healer's gloves for 80 that can restore 2d6 plus 7 hit points to a creature. It's once per day. There's also there's a wand, which basically wands function in this game as like an additional spell slot of that one spell, which
Yeah.
is really fucking good.
And you can
There's also-
even overcharge them to do it again, but then there's a chance it will blow up.
Yeah. So, and then there's also there's a cloak of repute, which gives you a +1 item bonus to diplomacy checks needed to make an impression. There's a couple things over here that I think maybe we should look at in terms of what we might want to do next before we spend money on it. But like just in terms of like, but the thing is they're expensive, so I thought it might be worth talking about anything that we wanted to get for the group. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna get a disguise kit and a couple of miscellaneous things from the general store, but I shouldn't be spending too much or buying anything that's an extremely limited quantity.
Yeah.
I'm getting like some pythons, some rope, like a set of what is it? A tank. It's like if we find any animals or something.
Snares.
Oh, yeah, I was going to grab some snare kits for myself as well. How many were you thinking of, Scrag?
I believe you only need one of those.
It's the one? Alright, cool.
I think yeah, the snare kit is for like crafting the snares. The thing is like making the snares is its own thing, I think.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's a
cool.
special wizard feature.
It's not a wizard feature.
Or the...
Sorry, ranger feature. I don't know what I was saying. Do we find clothes for the party?
Spoilers.
You know-
Creek is a wizard.
Nash don't.
Actually, that is a good point. Fine clothes, pickle. Like, I think Vaz is fine. I think Vaz is okay as far as her getup.
I'm going to assume that it is difficult for Scrag to find fancy lizard clothes.
Yeah.
Creek is fine with her moth-covered, ratty clothes. It's good.
Greg wants to be part of high society, so he's
Well, I
going
mean,
to,
it's
look for this.
we can get actually.
I'll
Go ahead,
say,
sorry.
like, all the, like, clothing high fashion find that you'd find in the Cobble Path Pub are tailored for humans. So if you're going to, like, fit them onto Scrag's body, you'll need to go get them tailored.
Well, Pickles would also need, I imagine,
Yes.
need tailoring done as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So while we're in the, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish that.
I was
It's
going
my
to suggest
stories.
while we're here in the main district, why don't Scrag and Pickles and maybe also Creek as well get some fine duds.
Creek is reluctantly going along. Real quick, can I grab? Oh, sorry. Go for it, Shelps.
No, go ahead. Mine is like the least important thing right now.
Oh, sorry. Forget it here. I was just gonna grab some like 10 arrows because no, Ferd, don't step on my computer.
Ferd, no, Ferdy Bird.
Bird, no.
Ferdinand.
I'm just gonna buy those arrows real quick and go for it.
Okay, I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
If I buy a religious text, is it going to give me any additional lore to myself, or is it all just going to be stuff that Shelbs and Nash already knows?
What's your religion skill, like your proficiency right now?
Let me find out, because I don't remember. Nope, not that one. It's the hand. It's at untrained +3.
Okay. So, this manuscript contains scripture of a particular religion. Some divine spellcasters, such as clerics, can use religious texts as a divine focus to use certain abilities and cast some spells.
So, like, I wouldn't be able to, like, spellcast with it. I just wanted to know if I could read it.
Yeah, I think if you got this, it would give you a little bit more information. Depending on what you'd like. We might do a roll for it.
Okay. Because I don't want this to be like, I'm not looking for like a +1 on like rolls or anything nonsense like that. This is more of like, if I buy this, can I slide into your DMs later?
Yes.
Okay. Worth.
I think we might still do a roll once you get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
absolutely.
then that will decide what we come up with.
I'm gonna buy saddlebags, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use them for anything.
Right now, no.
It doesn't specify on here, but I am particularly looking, for Thantix and possible related things. Should I roll like a 20 or some shit like that?
Yeah. I'll say, like, right now you kind of like flip through them and you buy them, but when we roll, if it's high, then there'll be more of that. If it's low, then it might be one of the other gods.
Yeah.
I bought some fine clothes. I don't know where they went in my inventory though.
Your little tiny bod. You wore them out like a new pair of shoes.
But yeah, I figure maybe the three of us can go get him tailored. That shouldn't be too expensive, right? To get
No.
like the.
But I will say, like, you start asking around, and people will point you across the river to the Sown Hopes Guild House, which is the big tailor guild.
Gotcha,
Take stuff out of my backpack, and I have no idea how.
Oh, it looks like it took it's in the it's in the equipment. It went into equipment for me.
Character actions and inventory equipment. I don't know. Am I dumb? I don't know where I put this.
Oops. Yeah, Creek
Okay,
got
we're all
some
figuring
too.
this out together.
One second, let's have a look. I was just pulling up some information. But yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
I
I've
will-
got.
I'll let
Equipment.
everyone know I have 69 gold coins.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice,
Yes.
nice, nice.
Nice. Unplanned.
Nice.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I don't know. Foundry's being really slow and buttsy today.
I found it in
Oh,
like
yeah.
the compendium and put them into them myself. Oh no, I
You have
had
two
two in there for some reason.
Yeah, you've
Let me
got
delete one of them.
you've got equipment, clothing.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm good over on this side. I need to go over there. We need to go over there to the Stone Hope to get tailoring done.
Yeah.
Greg will come with to get some drip.
Get
Rick
some grip.
follows.
I can't even find the equipment place.
It's on your
I
sheet.
don't.
There's a little box. It looks like an open cardboard box. That's your equipment. That's your inventory.
No, that I know, but it's like I can't. I'm trying to drag my stuff out of my backpack because I didn't mean to put it in my backpack, and now I don't know how.
I mean, it's in there now. What are you trying to move?
My gold pieces. I want to put them back in treasure just so they're easier to find. Sorry. You guys keep going. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. Something is funky with Foundry right now since I updated, so we'll just leave it for now.
Oh my god, you can open up the backpack and see all the stuff inside. I had flint and steel the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, FYI, if you bought a adventurers pack of any kind, check the backpack. It's full of stuff.
Look at all these goodies that I had. I have 10 chalk.
Yeah.
Imagine buying an adventurers pack.
See, yeah.
Be me.
Nash is the exception to this because they spent all their money on a pen.
Yeah, I literally just got a backpack to put things in, so.
I mean, to each their own. To each their own, honestly.
Alright. How, DM, how much is tailoring these clothes going to run us?
Alright, so first of all, you walk across the bridge, pass by the hospital. You find yourself on a street that is between this huge building made out of stone and metal that looks well made, and across the street is like a wooden big guild house. That like the dichotomy between this fanciful wood with like carvings in it with beautiful flowers all around and this stone cold building across the street is kind of striking. And you see that the wooden building has Sown Hope written on it, and the one across the street says Dawn's Hammer. You find yourself entering into Sown's Hope, and it is beautiful. There are flowers everywhere. There are big bolts of fabric just lined up along the wall. One of those mannequins for the dress forms. There's one right out in the middle here that has got a big, like, fanciful ball gown on it. And you see a couple people in the back sewing away. And as you enter, up towards you comes a small gnome. And she has dark skin, and her hair is done up in two buns off the top of her head that are very fluffy. They almost look like cotton candy. Her hair color on one side of her head is bright blue and the other side is bright pink in this like pastel-y kind of puff powdery. She looks like cotton candy basically.
Oh my god.
And she's wearing a like little apron that has sewing needles kind of stuck into a pouch full of buttons and like measuring tape, and she's got these huge glasses that just make her eyes look enormous. And she smiles widely and goes, "Oh, hello! Welcome to Sown's Hope. I'm Thimbleby Spindlewass. Nice to meet you." She comes up and like holds out a hand, and you can see like her fingers are like calloused and pricked all over the place, and there's like a bandage on like her thumb.
Hey.
Hi! You're Goblin! We don't get many of those in here. Do you want a new outfit?
Actually, I've got something already that I need tailored. I need done up.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Yes, our tailoring prices start at about 10 gold per piece, depending on the alterations that you want done.
And
Yes, if you want, these are human garments, so to size them down to a goblin, I would up that to about 30 silver, so about 3 gold.
30. Okay, I thought you said 10 gold.
No, if I did, then it's wrong. It's 10 silver, so about 1
Okay.
gold per piece, and then the higher stuff, yeah, you would be about 3 gold. I'd have to do the alterations to the tail, get some, yeah, about the same, about 3 gold for both, so 6 gold total for both of you. Do you want any alterations, dear? And she, like, leans over and looks up at Creek.
Could you add more pockets?
Oh, of course! Can't go wrong with more pockets. The more the better, I always say. That
Now
would
we're talking
be,
our language.
for just the pockets, that would be about 2 gold total. So
Perfect.
about 8 gold for the whole of you.
yeah.
Okay. Do we want to pay individually, or has anybody got it, or?
Greg will pay for himself, and also everyone else.
Oh, okay.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you, Scrag.
How much? 8?
8 gold, please.
And I can add some fancy clothes.
Back to the ass.
All right. And so she, like, scoops up all the clothing that you handed her, and it's, like, now a pile almost as big as her as she spins around and runs into the back, and you see her handing it off to some of the other people back there sewing away, and they'll put aside what they're doing and start working on your stuff. And she smiles and goes, "They'll be ready in about an hour."
Excellent.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to head into the lower market to the Lost and Found, and I'm going to purchase a wand of animate rope.
Yeah, so as you head back over that way, you run into Vaz, who has wandered up ahead to grab a hat of disguise.
Come here often.
Only when I see something worth purchasing.
Very fair.
What'd you make away with?
I got a new hat.
A new hat.
Yes.
Is it just like I'm curious what this looks like on its own.
Well, I kind of like the picture that it's there for. So it looks just like a sort of gray traveler's hat with like just a simple band and like a very costume looking sort of gem on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
On its own,
Yeah.
it doesn't look particularly interesting, but Pickles, you being the magic man that you are, you get that strong
He's a magic man.
He's a magic man. He gets that strong sense of magic off of it.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Yeah. He holds up like this sort of magic wand. He's like, hey, did you know they're just selling spell slots?
Darling, what's a spell slot?
Oh, don't worry about it. But anyway, this wand, wand allows me to cast a spell, and it just has the magic within it.
They'll make anything these days, won't they?
Yep. But
Well
yeah,
then, shall we make our way back to everyone proper?
Yeah.
I get nervous being away from everyone now.
Yeah, because it feels like every time we leave, like something happens, and I don't know. It feels like whenever something happens to us, it's usually not bad, but complicated. You know?
Does the Wayfinder function as a... Oh, yeah, it functions as a compass. Never mind.
Yes.
I don't need a compass.
Yeah. The Wayfinder is a compass with like a light spell stuck in it.
Anyway, are we head back and pick up our stuff, our tailored stuff?
Yeah, unless anyone else has something they want to do in the interim.
Like to imagine Scrag is actually the one who gets there first, and he's just like in awe of his own beautiful drip.
Yeah, so an hour passes, you wander back to Soane's Hope, and sure enough, there are the outfits tailored to any description that you want. So,
Nice.
yeah, let me know.
I'll
Y'all
have to
ever
think about
seen,
that.
like Beauty and the Beast?
No, I've never seen Beauty and the Beast in my life.
Yeah, no. I've
What's that?
Beauty,
that?
Beauty and the what? Beauty and the Huh?
Some obscure film.
It's a bit of an indie film, like this,
Yeah,
this
I
like
don't
sort of
know
this
if you've heard of
this
it.
project studio.
You see, it was
So-
actually about a gay man expressing his feelings through a fairy tale.
I didn't know that.
Please look up Howard Ashman.
Ooh. Okay,
Yeah, no,
I
so
will.
I forget I said that because I'm realizing it doesn't really fit with what I'm going for.
I'll have to think about it as far as what Pickles this thing looks like.
We'll find out at the party.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we just got them. We just got them all in like hanger bags. You know what I mean? Like when you buy like a suit or something, and it's just like in the bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no rush if you don't have anything in mind, but I thought it'd be fun if you did have something in mind.
I think I have an idea. So Scrag is kind of wearing this thing. It's got like these. So it is clearly made to fit under Scrag's armor. Basically, it's because he wants to be kind of like a fancy guard almost at the party. He has this kind of like, oh god, what color should it be? Like blue, green, teal? I don't know. What would go good with his?
I was gonna say like.
I think we should
steel?
probably give this a think so we can pitch it next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
something
can always
like
pitch
that.
this when we get to the party.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a crowbar.
Nice.
Gotta accessorize with the crowbar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's important.
Okay, I think with that Did anybody else have anything else we need to do, or?
Scrag wants to get some new weapons.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
almost
think
out of money again.
Mood.
I'm in the
Vaz
same
needs
boat.
to make sure she can afford her room for the next couple nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the returning spear got properly added to my sheet.
Isn't it just a spear that isn't it listed as just a regular spear? I think.
I think it might be listed as a regular spear.
Yeah, I think the only unique thing about it is that it returns.
We'll just edit the name then. Returning spear. And Scrag would like to go and buy some hatchets. Because they do, I think, 1d6 damage and are light weapons.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't check to edit the spear right now because Foundry's being a
No worries.
butt, but...
No worries.
Bummer.
Yetsy's not a merchant, oh no.
I'm gonna make an attempt to I think at this point Pickles is just settling in for the day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make an attempt to learn a spell.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Schadenfreude. Oh god, what was the cost as far as materials for learning spells? I think it was 2 GP per level. Learn a spell.
Learn us.
Yeah, first a cantrip is 2 GP. It looks like.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an Arcana check. Let me do it. Gotta do the thing. It's a failure.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a week before I can learn Schadenfreude.
Gusher's delivery.
All right. Yeah, you just sit down to try and learn this spell, and it's just not clicking. And that takes about an hour of your day there.
Yeah. If I have more time, I wouldn't mind trying to learn my other spell.
Sure.
Oh no, I can learn spells in half the time, so only 30 minutes it takes me.
Okay, yeah. That's not bad.
And I believe because I just did a regular failure, I don't expend the materials. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Based off of... Okay, let's try again with my other spell, which is Floating Disc.
Floating disc.
Efficiency Arcana. Come on, give me one. Nope, that's also a failure.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
you took about an hour to try and learn those 2 spells, and your head's just so full of stuff. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. Too full of plans.
Full of plans. Wires are getting crossed. You're trying to like write down the spell, and you write down Maya, and then you're like, wait, no, and scribble that out. And
That's not the name of a spell. That's the name of a fae.
yep.
Hey.
I cannot see the guy who was selling hatchets.
Oh, actually, can I use a hero point for one of those?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, let me use a hero point for Schadenfreude, actually.
Sure.
Okay, let me try. Nope.
No, just not meant to be today.
Alas. Just not... Yeah, today's just not my day. Alright, I'm good for the day then.
He was camouflaged. And when I say camouflaged, I mean not camouflaged.
Well, yeah. You collect your items, your clothing. Anything else you want to do today?
Nope.
Nope.
Buy
Nope.
some
I think-
weapons.
I think that's it.
All right. So yeah, as the evening goes on, you go get your food, eat some dinner, and then start heading back to your to the inns that you're staying at. And I think I don't have anything planned unless any of you wanted to do something while you go to sleep.
I want to get a belt, but I don't know if there's any places that sell
A belt?
Belt
Yeah, for holding my weapons.
on your pants.
I
And
mean,
my pants. Greg doesn't wear pants, come on. Let me get a bandolier. That's cooler than a belt.
Ooh, okay, there you go. Yeah, bandolier.
Yeah.
yeah, like a
Anyways.
belt is not necessarily going to hold weapons for you.
Oh, Vaz. Okay, Vaz did the seafoam man. I'll do the. I think it's 4 silver for 2 rooms for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
I will subtract 4 silver for a night for 2 rooms. Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Let me actually just let me just buy the thing so we have a record of it in the chat.
That's smart, actually.
What? There we go. Did it.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
It becomes night. And then the dawn comes. Oh, not till noon. I did.
Dan, were you all good shopping wise?
Me?
Yeah. It just sounded like you were still
Yeah.
doing some shopping.
It's just bits and bobs that it's not even worth, like, interrupting. You do see Scrag with a fancy bandolier that he uses now to carry his, like, hatchets.
Ooh,
So I think I can do that now.
fancy.
Honestly, I don't remember the rules for bandoliers, so...
It lets you hold light items easily.
Okay. And if, the hatchets are considered light, then, yeah. You can strap those on there. I
And the
know...
potion.
I know in the other game I'm in, our other lizard folk uses it just to hold daggers, throwing daggers. But he's a rogue, so... Anyways, the sun has risen over the horizon. It's early in the morning now. About 8 o'clock in the morning.
Do we individually do the rest for the night, or do you put that for it?
I would suggest doing that. It should be on your sheet. Because when I try to do it, it only ever does it to one person at a time.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's a little bad.
Really, only 2 hit points. Can I use the healer's kit on myself? I don't know how that works.
So to use the healer's kit, you have to roll for the medicine check to treat wounds.
Okay, I will do that before I go to sleep.
Okay, and let me look at my...
I think that is enough.
Yes,
Do
that I don't know if that's no, it's not a crit, but it is a success.
Yeah, and that's 2d8.
I think it's 2d6.
Yes.
No.
Is
no,
it-
No. I'm trying to find the treat wounds because that doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's 2d8.
Oh,
Oh wow.
don't listen to me. I don't know anything. I'm just the healer. I have it coded to a button. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah. That's what the
Honestly,
buttons
that's
are
a
for.
mood.
Yeah.
Scragg's back up to full.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if anybody else is low on HP, we could say that you treated your wounds the night before if somebody wanted
Nice.
to do that. So I don't know who
Yeah,
is down.
I only have 6 HP, so.
Oh, no, Vax.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
have the better kit. Let me try it as of last
Yeah,
night.
do it.
Yay.
Let's see here.
Ash rushes over to the inn.
It runs to the end. I forgot something.
I forgot my friend is bleeding out.
I forgot my boy. I forgot my boy.
So yeah, that is a success.
Hell yeah for the item
Yay.
bonus, by the way.
Yeah. There we go.
So yeah, heal yourself for the 8.
Hold on, I'm very stupid.
I can
While
do
we're
it. I
waiting,
can do it for
14.
you. One second.
I got it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sarah, that's such a good clip. Sorry, I'm very stupid.
I have a question though. I do have a question. Because when you do the treat wounds, is that when okay, wait, no, I'm getting myself confused again. That one you're immune for an hour, right?
Yes.
Ooh, I think so.
Okay,
Yes.
because it's battle medicine that would be for a day, but I have forensic acumen, so it's only an hour. But
Yeah.
treat wounds is also just an hour. Okay, one day I'll remember that.
So yeah, it's because you have extra stuff on top of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
just
it's not like with like spellcasting where just each of them has a discrete effect. You have things on top of other stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like nested within each other, and I just my ADHD wires get crossed, and I'm like, there's a day in there somewhere. What does that go to?
You're so valid.
It's irrelevant anymore for me.
Yes.
Nothing is a day.
for regular people, if they had battle medicine, that's once a day. But you have a feat that lets you do it once an hour.
Because I was gonna ask, I was like, no, wait, that doesn't like reset at dawn like D&D. That's like a 24-hour thing, so we
Yeah.
would be immune until like tomorrow or like this next day's night. But that's irrelevant, like I said, because I don't. It's not even battle medicine. It's fine.
Exactly.
I guess it would be smart for Nash to have done that to himself.
Yeah. Again, we can just roll this into what you guys did last night, hanging around.
Yeah. We had
Aside from-
enough time. We kind of just chilled that night.
Yeah, because I didn't even look at my HP. Is it a DC 15?
It's 15.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to figure out
He
how
tried.
much I can carry without suffering for it.
I mean, if you have enough that you're encumbered, then that's too much.
Okay.
I think it does that for you automatically.
Yeah, on the inventory screen, it gives
Yeah.
you carried, bulk, encumbered.
Yeah, no, I think I have an encumbered score of 9 because I'm very beefy, but I'm not that beefy.
Yeah, and
So
you
I'm
have
gonna
currently a carried bulk of 10.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of this fishing tackle.
Dang, my max is 11. Holy cow.
Mine's only
11.
5, but that's okay
What is your
because Nast
total
doesn't
score?
own possessions.
I don't remember.
I'm in the same boat, Nash, except I have many possessions.
My max is 17, but no, my encumbrance is 9.
Yeah. The max bulk is different than your encumbrance. Encumbrance just reduces some of your abilities, and you just physically can't carry more than your max bulk.
Yeah,
Oh,
Greg
got
is
it, got it.
strong, but he's not like, you know. I much as I hate to say it, I probably do not need the fishing tackle.
Honestly, with how we play, you might not need a lot of what you just bought, but that's okay.
Okay, my spells are all prepared for the day. I feel...
Are we officially at morning time?
We are officially at morning time.
Okay, because you know what I gotta do.
You gotta get your coffee.
I gotta have my coffee.
Best part of Lincoln.
Roadside Inn sells Blood Eye coffee to Nash.
I had it pulled up and ready.
Don't talk to me until I've eaten this mug.
Alright, I have forgotten how to
Awesome.
consume my coffee. There it is. No, it's the big button that says use.
Yes.
Okay.
Dirty
just
can
assumed
it
carry
was like-
some stuff, it looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
She
this
probably,
is my
It's probably true she can't do saddlebags, though, I think.
this
Yeah.
is my one complaint about
I'm gonna give her,
Foundry.
like a stack
Yeah.
to carry.
What's that complaint?
My one complaint about Foundry is I just used my coffee and it like got rid of it, so now I don't remember what I need to do for coffee.
Yeah,
That happened with the
is
potion that I
annoying.
used last time as well.
Yeah,
I
it's a
needed
little
to make-
frustrating.
A fortitude save of something, so let me just go ahead and I'll roll that and then find out what it was.
Do we want to actually buy
it
break
was
quickly?
more than that, so that's a fail, but at least I didn't crit fail this time. Hang on.
And of course, Foundry's being a butt, so I can't even open up
I
the
wish
item
it-
description.
I wish it would let me do like I did with my sake, which I mean, admittedly I didn't use the sake, and so that's why I did. Is like I still have a spot in my inventory for it. It just says I have 0,
Right.
but I can still at least look at it.
Yeah, and see like the effects and whatnot.
Yeah, DC 14 fortitude save.
Yeah. So I am now Okay, so it looks I'm at this like I think I'm at the stage 1 where I get like the +1 item bonus thing.
Yeah. Which
Sick.
isn't super relevant, but yeah.
Nah.
To which are taking penalties caused by the fatigue condition for 10 minutes. So if you just chill here for a little bit,
Yeah.
sip your coffee, we'll say 10
Mhm.
minutes pass. Boop. So we won't even worry about the fatigue condition.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to wrap my brains around the drug and addiction thing. I know I said last time we went through this that I had gotten it. I had wrapped my brain around it, but it's been a long time, and my
It's-
brain doesn't
It's been a
retain
chunk.
things.
It's been a chunk of time.
But the way I'm reading it is I think like if I didn't drink the coffee, I'd be fatigued. But now that I drank the coffee,
Yeah.
I get the +1 against being fatigued. But then like I don't know.
Yeah, we're good. You're still addicted to coffee,
Yeah,
is the main thing. But yeah.
bold
think,
character choices.
Katie was having some Discord issues, so do we want to actually take a quick break
yes,
here?
this is actually a good spot to stop
Okay.
for right now. So yeah.
Perfect.
We'll
Yeah.
take a
Yeah,
10-minute
sorry
break.
about that.
But yeah. You guys had your morning coffee bright and early on this Monday morning.
We're gonna go see a bee about a guy.
Be about a guy. So, yeah, the last time you left Maya, she was over in the upper market.
Yes.
And so you make your way over there, and you see that the upper market has just started to set itself up. The early morning peeps are coming to grab the food to bring over to the upper districts for breakfasts. And sure enough, you do spot the frogman, Epo, is hanging out with Maya in the little flower gardens. Two of them are seemingly fast at work at setting up a new little plot of flowers in the upper market area.
Hey, Maya.
Hiya!
And hi, Ipo. How's everything going?
Well, shucks, nice to see you this bright sunny morning.
Hey, it's good to see you too. So, can I tell? Does Maya seem like she's sobered up a bit?
She seems sober.
Okay. Maya, can I ask you for a big favor? I think we talked about it earlier, but I want to make sure just that we're all clear on what I'd ask you.
Okay!
We need to hear from you your story about what happened when you got brought to this world right here.
Uh-huh.
And we'd like to we're going to try and sort of store that story so that we can present it to somebody as evidence to figure out who kind of brought you from where you came from.
You're gonna steal my memories?
We're not going to steal them. We're just going to copy them.
What do I get in exchange?
Do we have sweeties that we can give her?
Sweeties! Sweeties! Give me sweeties!
Greg will give you the most powerful sweetie in existence.
That's a little bit of I don't know if...
A cinnamon bun.
I think you're lying.
Oh.
No. Greg is very serious about cinnamon bun.
I think you're lying.
Greg, do you have a cinnamon bun?
I will go get one.
Freak has some raisins in her pocket.
I think I don't even care where they came from. That's the most Creek thing you could have said.
Freak pulls out the raisins and says, "Is this sweet enough?"
She floats over, picks one up, shoves like 3 in her mouth, and they make her cheeks go out like chicken cheeks. And she goes, nom, 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 nom. Not super sweet, but pretty sweet. Give me all of them, and then maybe I will consider it. But he also promised me cinnamon buns, so you better get me one.
Are there any places in town to buy cinnamon buns?
You better hope.
You made a promise you can't keep, Greg.
I'm gonna have to make one, which I can attempt because I do have
With one oven.
and I do have a cooking kit.
Yeah, cooking kit is not the same as baking kit.
It's not the same as having the ingredients for making a cinnamon bun as well. We would need to go.
Stores around here.
You have
Where's the Cinnabon? Where's the Cinnabon at?
Does Greg find a fantasy cinnabon?
Scrag, you start, you run off, and
Is that a survival check?
Yes, please roll me a survival check.
Wait a second. Okay.
Actually,
sorry.
it would be society. It would be a society roll because you're in a society, living in a society. We live in a society, guys.
Question.
Society.
Gertie has scent.
Yeah.
I'm looking for cinnamon buns.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that should make things easier.
Do you have a sample of cinnamon to put her on the trail?
There's a spice store near us, right?
There is a spice store, but it's not quite the same as the smell of cinnamon buns.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? Scrag is gonna try and find cinnamon buns. I have a 0 to society.
I can't believe.
Go for it. I believe in you. Oh, I believe in you.
This should be the stupidest stumbling block.
Go for it. Go for it.
Roll.
I don't. Did you roll?
Did you click the second window that pops up?
Yes,
To roll?
I did.
Oh.
Oh, there it
Got
goes.
nothing
Hold on,
there.
there it goes.
It's
Oh.
being a butt-ass slow. It said that there
it's
was a
going to-
message, but it did not actually roll a dice.
Yeah, I still haven't seen anything.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has not given me a number.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, come on. I want to see this to fruition. Come on, Foundry.
He does have the bonus hero point.
I don't even know what he's rolled yet, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it didn't
I
pop
don't
up.
either.
What's going on, Foundry?
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna attempt to roll. This is not for anything, just to see if it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
That's a no. No, it didn't.
No.
Okay, reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, reload time.
Yeah.
Foundry.
I love Foundry.
When it
It was
works. Something.
Exactly, yeah.
She's wrestling against my grasp. There they are.
I'm just refreshing now and seeing if that helps.
Screg got a 16.
Okay.
Ooh.
With a 16, you definitely you start to make your way down the road here, and you catch a whiff of the cinnamon buns, and you find a little small bakery being manned by a round woman, and she is clearly pretty pregnant as she's bustling around, and she gives you a cinnamon bun for about 2 copper.
Kiki's
Oh, I was gonna get
delivery
how much for a
service.
dozen?
For a dozen, that would be 12 times 2.
24.
24. Yes, 24 copper, so 2 silver, 4 copper if we're doing that.
Greg just did a fucking fantasy Krispy Kreme run.
Yes. Well, I gotta get for everyone, you know? 2 silver, 4 copper, you said?
Yeah.
Two silver, 4 copper. All right, and now he comes back, and he's like balancing them, like he's like running. And he comes back, and he just like does like a
Pickles
power
leans
stomp.
to Vaz and he's like, I thought he was kidding.
Scrag does not kid about cinnamon. And Scrag is going to give one of these big old frosted cinnamon buns to this tiny little fairy.
Yeah, it is like 3 times the size of her, and she plops down and sticks her whole face in it, and you hear.
Greg told you. Most powerful sweet in existence.
Don't think so. And then she continues to eat.
Frosted and... What?
She says, I don't think so, and then continues to eat.
I think she may have a higher.
Sweetness tolerance?
I got 12 of them. Do you guys want?
I'm sorry, I got tickled halfway into my statement and it went blank.
Go it, say it. Say the thing. Say what you're gonna say, do it.
Please.
No, it wasn't about my statement. It was about what was happening there. That was all. I think she may have a higher threshold for what is considered sweet.
Greg does not know what is sweeter than a frosted cinnamon bun.
I believe I can flavor food with prestidigitation.
Sugar
Oh,
comes
okay.
to mind.
That's too powerful. Are you gonna make it even sweeter?
You know what? I will actually cast prestidigitation. I can flavor 1 pound of non-living material. I can flavor all these cinnamon buns even sweeter.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's gonna kill her.
The rest of us also were gonna have.
No, darling.
Pickles
Pastries go
sacrifice
right to your thighs.
Listen, there's no caloric content to spellcraft. This is completely this will not affect the actual nutritional value of the food in any way.
So you're already aspartame.
It's Caspertame.
Pertain.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Wow, wow, wow.
Do I have permission to do the one soundboard in Discord?
Yes.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is. I will allow it now.
Yes.
Aspartame.
There we go.
I'm so glad I said it again.
Perfect.
Yes.
Anyway, I flavor all of these, including the one that Maya is tucking into quite literally.
Yes. And as you do that, her like wings start to buzz as she just starts eating faster.
Greg thinks that these are qualified as biohazard now.
Yeah. Make sure
Greg
you
is
do
going to
not
take
crash.
a bite of one.
Oh God.
It is disgustingly sweet. It's like somebody dumped 4 cream eggs on top of that cinnamon bun.
Greg like just puts it like just kind of looks at it a little sadly.
It only persists as long as I sustain the spell. But unfortunately, because it's the one, it's like all one thing. I can't individually cancel it on other cinnamon
Just
buns.
sad with these ruined cinnamon buns.
Pickles will take a bite and I'll go, no, I haven't done good work here.
Yeah, it's disgustingly sweet.
It appears to be sufficiently cloying for Maya here at least.
So, are you enjoying it, Maya?
Nash is gonna take one and wrap it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maya doesn't even answer. She just.
I will wait
She thinks
respectfully
this is good
until
sign.
I will wait until Maya is done, and then I will dispel the spell so the rest of the cinnamon buns are more palatable.
Yep. And somehow, this little sprite has devoured an entire giant cinnamon bun 3 times her size. And it doesn't even seem to, like, have slowed her down. She just
Does
looks
she
up
look
at you and smiles. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Are you willing to come with us to do this business with your memory?
Yeah, right. You gave
Okay.
me tasty. You gave me tasties.
Greg gives one of the cinnamon buns to the frog man.
Well, oh, shucks. That's mighty kind of you. You didn't have to do that.
We think you are owed a little bit of reparations for helping with our dear friend Maya.
Well, shucks. She's been helping me out. She's got the real green thumb. I don't know how she does it, but all the flowers around here have been blooming way quicker than they should. It's amazing.
It makes sense. She's from the Fey realm and all.
Well, I don't know where people come from has anything to do with their ability to have a green thumb and make stuff grow.
You know, that's fair. Anyway, Nash, you got those 2 potions, right?
Yes.
What do we need to, like, just before we go into this further, what do we need to do with them? Is it just, like, how does that work?
She must simply hold the vial and concentrate on the memory,
Okay.
which will bleed it into the potion. I think it best if we perhaps save that step for being in Lockkeeper Lockhart's presence.
Okay.
I don't want to be accused of tampering with it or suggesting anything that might change it in any way.
For sure. Quick gut check, Maya. Before we get into this, you remember at least a little bit about what happened when you actually got brought over to this plane, right?
Well, I'll tell you again what I saw. I was spying on some Grambaloomalims, and then suddenly we went poof. When we came back, we were here. And I saw a man in green, and then I got scared and ran away.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And do you think you've at least got have at least a decent picture of what his face looked like?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Awesome. Then I guess while the getting's good, we should head to Lockheed Dixon.
okay. Eepo, I'm going to go see a keeper man. Well, shucks. I hope to see you again soon. Come back
Oh.
when you're done.
We'll bring her back right away as soon as we're finished.
Well, that'd be mighty kind of you. Okay. And she flies up and, like, perches herself on top of Pickles' little bowler hat.
Oh, cute. I guess he'll lead the way for us to walk to the Lawkeeper's HQ.
Yeah, it's not too far. You do a hop and a skip, basically, wander around, and head into the Lawkeeper's HQ. You see that...
Oh,
yes.
Before we get to one last thing, just to make sure we have all our cards on the table. When did Vaz schedule her meetup with Lucius?
Well, whenever it would be storytellingly convenient.
Yeah, I don't think we put down an exact time, but I will say she probably put down later today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I figured I just want to make sure we weren't like rushing, like you didn't have like a morning appointment with him or anything.
No, good lord, no.
Okay.
Sorry, that got too real for Sarah.
Actually.
Doctor, but he doesn't provide a valuable service. He just like makes you wait an hour before your scheduled appointment and an hour after.
God.
And then says he'll be with you in a moment, and then 20 minutes later you get to see him for 5 minutes.
Isn't that how most doctors work?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Right.
But
Okay. Into the offices of the Lawkeeper.
Yes. You head in those big front doors and see the little reception area, and you see the receptionist behind the counter, and she goes, "Oh, it's you lot."
We have some information of a sensitive nature that we need to deliver to Lawkeeper Dixon. Is he available?
I think so. I think his meeting with the commander should be done soon, but I'll take you to his office.
The commander?
Yes, the commander of the Lawkeepers. The captain wanted to have a talk with the commander about something important. I don't know. I only know what their schedule's like. I don't know what their actual contents of their meeting pertains to.
Of course. It certainly sounds like none of our business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't trying to pry. I just...
Of course. Now, I'll take you down there. And she kind of closes up her little area, boop, and then leads you down that big, long hallway. But just before you get to the Lockhart's office, you do spot outside that Lockhart is standing out in the hall, and he is talking to a man that looks older. He has like well-worn lines on his face and like an impressive beard, short white hair, and ornate armor that outshines Lockhart's pristine but utilitarian look. And you see Lockhart's basically kind of following after him, going, "Commander Smythe, I implore you to reconsider." And the other guy goes, "Lockhart, the decision is over. It is what my daughter wants, and as such, it's what she gets." And Lockhart just looks annoyed for a second and goes, "Employing campaigners for the security at her party makes us look incompetent. We are already fighting public perception that we are nothing but tools to be used by the Five Winds upper management. I said this conversation is over, Lockhart. You best remember your place, Captain, or you will find yourself a few ranks lower, and wouldn't that just disappoint your dear husband?" And at this point, you just see Lockhart ball his hands into fists and goes, "I understand, sir. Good. Now, I have pressing matters to attend to," and with that, the older man just walks right by you, not even giving you the courtesy of a glance, which, with how wild your group is saying something. And it's at this point that Lockhart spots you and goes, "Ah, it's you lot."
Pickles will exchange a significant look with Nash, like as though like acknowledging, like, well, you heard the name Smythe too, right?
Nash doesn't seem to acknowledge it himself. You'll see his shadow give a nod. Nash just looks at the captain and says, "Well, I hope we are interrupting something."
I mean, this conversation with the commander is over, so it is what it is. Do you have something to talk to me about?
Yeah.
Come into my office. And he
looks
annoyed as he like opens the door and kind of stomps in, sits down and tenses his fingers as he leans on his desk.
Before we get started, I just want to clarify, just to make sure I didn't mishear. The commander, he wouldn't by any chance be the father of one Olympia Smythe, would he?
Yes, that is Commander Vulcanus Smythe. His daughter is Olympia Smythe.
Okay.
Is she the one who wanted a dinosaur for her birthday?
I have no idea what you're talking about there, but Olympia Smythe is a merchant who specializes in exports to the Empire. She has certainly caused some problems in the past, but of course, her father being the commander of the Lawkeepers, she often skirts by. I've been trying to pin something on her for ages, but every time I bring it up, the commander shuts me down.
She is a profiteer of the Empire's war and colonialism, so Scrag does not like.
The Empire's fingers are deep and many.
And sadly to say, we may have some dirt on her ourselves, but nothing that it seems the commander himself couldn't sweep away.
Yes, I'm afraid any evidence you have would have to be extremely concrete to be able to bring forward.
What about an eyewitness account?
That would be a start, but I don't think I could make a whole case out of it.
Well, then we should start, I think. Nash?
Yes, of course. We believe we may have found a fairly significant lead in the gremlin sightings in the city, and it may be connected to something quite a bit more dangerous than what it appeared. We have our suspicions for somebody who is opening these rifts to the Feywild to bring the gremlins in, but they may not have full control of what they're doing.
Opening rifts to other realms is certainly against the law here, especially if you're doing it on purpose. Show me what you have, and then we will go from there, I suppose.
Well, Maya, I think you're up. You got the stuff, Nash?
Hiya!
Oh, goodness.
Yes, this is our friend Maya. She is an accidental pull through the portal, one that was thankfully tame enough not to cause much damage, but I think our worry is that perhaps if many more tries, something far worse than Maya might slip through. But for now, we can give you a visual of what exactly she saw when she came here. We're hoping it reveals who is behind it. And Nash is going to take out both of the potion of shared memory, and he will hold them both out to Maya, and he'll tell her, put a hand on each of these and concentrate as strongly as you can on that memory of when you came here, all right?
Okay. And she puts her tiny little hands on both of them, closes her eyes, and begins thinking very deeply.
Pickles will lean to Vaz and say under his breath, I make that sound when I think sometimes too.
Alright, and for everyone's benefit while she's concentrating on this, a potion of shared memories can transfer recollections from one creature to another. To place a memory in the potion, you must hold the vial and focus on a particular memory for 1 minute. This memory must be of a single event, location, person, or otherwise encompass the span of about 1 minute. The clear fluid takes on a shimmering hue reminiscent of the stored memory and gains a slightly sweet taste. Upon consuming the potion, the drinker vividly recalls the memory, and thereafter can remember it as easily as a memory they actually experienced. An unwilling drinker can refuse to absorb the memory.
All right. So yeah, after a minute of the noises coming from Maya.
Okay, after about 30 seconds, Pickles like, okay, maybe not for this long.
Eventually, boop, she pulls her hands off and goes,
I think that'll do it.
Alright, Nash will offer one of the potions to Lawkeeper Lockhart, and he will offer the other to Vaz and tell her, if it's who we suspect, you have the most experience dealing with him. You would be the most apt to be able to confirm.
Great minds think alike. I was going to volunteer.
all right. And yeah, Lawkeeper Lockhart, he takes the other one, kind of sniffs it for a second and analyzes it with his, looks at it and goes, oh, of course. Well, this is certainly a start. And he downs it. And yeah, Vaz, as you go to drink yours, immediately as it goes down your throat, you are hit by a vision. It is this bright purple tinted forest, and it is just beautiful. There's huge flowers and enormous mushrooms. You see a big bird fly by, but the bird has extra heads and way too many tail feathers. You kind of poke your head up over a bush and look at a good handful of gremlins that are kind of like pulling on a creature that you can't quite identify. They're like pulling it out of a hole and like chasing it around. The creature screams and runs off, and the gremlins just start laughing. There's this ping of sparkles suddenly, though, and everything goes white. With a thump, you find yourself in what looks to be a basement of some kind. There are kind of planks along the walls, but it's kind of a nice looking basement. And you look up and see Lucius Pierce. And he is not looking at you. He's looking at the gremlins. Goes, there we go. Another set. This will be wonderful. And you immediately tear your face away from Lucius and start flying upwards. Zoom up the stairs, through this big area, and out into a courtyard, and you fly straight up, and then it just stops.
Vaz is gonna sort of shake her head, put her hand on her stomach, looks like she might be sick for a second, and go, "It's him. I'd know that poncy little milk drinker anywhere." Ugh.
And yeah, you see Dixon kind of shake his head at this point and go, sprites certainly have a way of flying that makes you a little sick to your stomach, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
But I do see where you're coming from in here. Having the identification of Lucius Pierce is certainly a start. Unfortunately, him just summoning these creatures into here will result in a fine, but it can't result in anything else.
Can it result in a subsequent investigation?
Currently, I don't think so. If you could get some indication of what he's doing with these gremlins, something more solid than your eyewitness accounts. Some kind of log, some kind of...
Pickles will produce a seashell. Some sort of a recording, perhaps.
A recording would be excellent. Because as I said, as of right now, this could result in a fine, but there's not enough evidence to pin anything else on him.
Who has the ledger?
Creek does.
Oh shit, who does? Is it Creek? Oh, who does?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nash will look at Creek and say, well, I don't believe we saw his name in it in particular, but as far as just collecting the pieces of the puzzle we have for now, we do have a log of sorts.
I think I could have sworn I did grab it.
Yeah. If it's
I
not,
think you did.
I don't know if it's in your inventory because it was an extra, like, scene item, but
Yeah.
you could pull that out and Dixon will take it and kind of flip through it and goes, it's in code. I could get my workers to decode this. It could be a start again. River rats. That's the only part of this I can identify is that it is the river rats here. This part of the code here is it's indicative of theirs.
You will of course want your own team to decipher this for your own knowledge, but I do believe that in our attempts to decode what we could, we found, at the very least, another very familiar name. Someone who might be having a birthday party soon.
Of course she's dealing with them. Not too long ago, Olympia Smythe put out a bounty on a pirate named Red Bonnie. A campaigner group came back with her hat and claimed that they had killed her. I took that as proof enough at the time. But if she is sending people out to kill pirates, and yet is dealing with the river rats, I have a suspicion that she's trying to cover something up. I just had no evidence pointing one way or the other. This, again, is a good key aspect. This will put things in the right direction if it does say what you say that it does. I will try to keep this as secret from Vulcanus as I can.
Does he have any higher-ups at all? Is there anyone that he reports to?
No.
Or is so his word is the law in the city?
If we can get enough evidence and spread it to all the other captains, that we can vote to have him out, but as of right now, his word is law.
Then I suppose we need more evidence.
We are detectives now.
We've been detectives.
Right.
One of us is literally, Nash is literally a detective.
This is actually our job, isn't it?
Yes.
Greg is just not very good at it.
You're just new. You're not bad. You're just new.
Cinnamon buns. And I'm going to give one to the watch captain.
And you see, like, his face kind of twist in a way that indicates that he appreciates the gesture, but also doesn't like sticky things on his desk. So he looks a little grossed out by this, but is trying to smile.
Napkin.
You get the impression, too, like, with how clean Lockhart is, he probably doesn't eat too many sticky things, either.
He's like me in barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, mood.
I can only eat dry rub barbecue. I can't eat sauced barbecue. It grosses me out.
It's so sticky.
Yeah,
Greg would like
Special official license for exotic pet.
He kind of tilts his head at you and goes, "You have a license through the Horizon Walkers, do you not? I see it on her."
That's what Greg thought he was joking about that earlier.
No.
Why would you joke about that?
We have an agreement with the Horizon Walkers that any campaigner with a pet may keep them if they are registered with the guild. If they are not, then they cannot stay.
Emotional support.
In any case, I think we've taken enough of the Lawkeeper's time until we have something more substantive to bring, which we hope to be soon.
Yeah, I think, Vaz, you have an appointment.
I do.
Well,
And heaven knows I'm always punctual.
as I said, I will translate this with my team. I will keep what we have hidden from Commander Smythe, but in the meanwhile, my hands are tied. I cannot get any more information. That will be on you.
Gotcha. Well, let's go then, I guess.
Come on, Gertie, we have a mystery on our hands.
I believe our next trail leads us to locating more of these rifts.
Pickles will hang back.
Yeah. As everybody leaves, he kind of glances at you and goes, "Have you done some investigation on your own about what we spoke about previously?"
Maya, why don't you go with the others so they can get you back to Evo?
Okay.
And she flies off.
As the rest of the group leaves, we just get the shot of of Pickles at the door, looking after all of them, and then he goes, "Yeah, we have some stuff to talk about," and he closes the door and turns to Lockhart. So, I learned what I am, what you are, what we are.
That's good.
It's something. I feel like a toy for a god's amusement. But
I don't think we're toys. I think we're just lenses for them to see. I take great honor in knowing that my story is being recorded in the great library, at the big endless library. That it will be of some use to a greater power.
Well, it's hard to believe that they would want to hear mine, but I've been led to believe that they do have some interest in what might be going on in my whole sphere. So, if they really think my situation is that interesting, I invite them to watch.
You should not be so hard on yourself. Think of it this way. How many goblins have you seen with your curiosity for the arcane arts?
My cousin Four Fingers could count on one hand. And that's an old nickname.
Arcane magic doesn't tend to come easily to the goblinoids. It takes a very particular curiosity to push you towards that. I think you're special, little one. And I'm sorry if that comes off as condescending, but I do think you are special.
Well, at the very least, I'm different. That much I've known.
Most of the goblins I've seen are quick to run to their deaths, for they know they do not have a long life to live anyways. Why bother learning something that takes so long? takes a certain mental fortitude to even attempt it.
I feel like you've got a point to all this.
I'm just saying that I think your curiosity, what makes you you, is attractive to someone of the cosmic persuasion. You're a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, I guess that makes sense. But if that's what they want, just to look and watch and see what one tiny goblin can do with however few years I have left to me, then I guess I'll give him a shout.
That's the best we all can hope for, is to live a life worthy of our stature.
Have you had any interactions with them at all yourself, or is this just through where did this all come together for you? Through research? Did she? Am I the only? Am I the one asshole? Did she show up and specifically talk to you like, yeah, go do the thing? What's your angle on it?
Ever since I was a young lad, I could see the structure of the universe. Things are meant to go a certain way. They're engineered to. I could see the strings, as you would, the mathematical formulas. People thought I was a little bit weird. Between my dislike of certain substances and my strong sense of right and wrong. So, eventually one day I thought perhaps there was something wrong with me. I ended up in the Church of Lexitus. In one of the priests there. He saw the silver glint in my eye and took me to a back room. In there is a book. It is blank on the inside. They say that it comes from the library itself, that it belongs to Lexitus herself. A divine book. As I touched it, it lit up and glowed with this bright golden light. It flipped open and it simply had a passage written inside of it to go forth and view what I needed to. That solidified in me that I was on the right path.
Huh.
Have you seen the book there?
I saw a book. It's certainly similar to what you described. Wasn't the same message for me, though.
Interesting. If you get a chance, perhaps you should ask them about that specific book. It might reveal something different to you as well.
I might just do that.
Well,
I hope you know, Lawkeeper, that none of this makes me the type to chomp at the bit to join up or change my allegiances or anything. If I just want to be clear, like as much as this is something that you and I both have going on, I fear that maybe where our similarities end.
Frankly, from what I've seen of you and your group, you wouldn't make good lawkeepers. And that's all right. We need campaigners and we need lawkeepers. I just wish the lawkeepers were seen in a slightly better light than they currently are, but sometimes we don't get what we want.
This has all been incredibly enlightening. But I won't bother you until we've got maybe more information for you.
Of course. Get as much as you can, and I'll do what I can.
Very well. And as Pickles is leaving, Bastard will go up to the desk and just snarf down the cinnamon bun.
And he goes, oh, thank you. I can't stand sticky things. They make my skin crawl.
Pickles will snap his fingers and his desk will clean up.
And he will lead you to the door, open it up, and say, have a good evening. Or morning. It's morning. I've lost complete track of my day. It's already ruined.
Yeah, you as well. Have a good one. And Pickles will leave. And he'll just kind of have his hands in his pockets as he's walking down to join up with the rest of the group.
All right. And now,
Can we say that while they were having that conversation, we were able to drop Maya back off in the upper markets?
Yeah, we'll say some time has passed. You go and do that. Maya and Ipo have set off to start planting more plants.
As with per Maya's request, Creek gives her the rest of her raisins that were just filled up in her pocket.
Oh, yeah.
She just puts them on like a stump.
I think
Ipo, am I about to make the entire city just a jungle?
Come back. The entire place is covered in fey plants. Oops.
Fine.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like these. They're not as sweet as I like things, but they're pretty good, I guess.
And she stuffs a bunch in like a little purse that is made out of a flower, and they kind of like burst at the seams there.
Aww. Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
And as like Maya like turns to leave, she like flies right up to your face, Creek, and goes,
Are you dead?
That
Is
is
that
kind
loud
of
enough the rest of us can hear?
Ooh.
I think she like
I was gonna say.
whispers like,
Are you dead?
Oh, okay. Creek just whispers back and goes, kind of a hard question to answer. I'm not too sure myself.
I know that, like, elf souls are recycled. They go in and out and in and out and in and out. But yours seems really old and stuck.
That one thing is true. I am very stuck.
Uh-huh.
she leans in like really close to you and goes,
I heard that the elves are having trouble recycling their souls. That they get really stuck lately. I don't know where they're getting stuck, though.
Oh. Thank you for the advice, friend.
Yeah. So be careful, because if you die, you might be able to come back like the other elves have been able to.
That definitely gives me an existential crisis like no other.
problem.
No problem. I love Maya a lot.
Can I make a perception check to have eavesdropped on that?
Sure.
Ooh, yeah. Eavesdrop away.
Gonna do that against Creek's stealth DC.
Oh no, that's really. Oh jeez. Yeah.
Your
I was
your stealth DC is 19. FYI.
I have a +8 to perception, so we'll see. It looks
Ooh.
like Pathfinder does not want me to roll this, but I sure clicked the button.
Something's
okay,
really
but-
funky with Foundry right now, and I'm not sure what.
Reset. Cause I'm down. Clown with that.
I wasn't even here for this. I have no chance to hear this. I was hearing other secrets.
You were hearing other secrets. You were talking to the lawkeepers. Yeah, you rolled a 27.
Haha!
So yeah,
So,
you,
yeah, you heard.
definitely overheard this conversation about souls getting stuck.
Rad.
Noise.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Creek actually has a couple of pressed flowers that she has in her pocket. She's gonna give those to Maya as well.
She scoops them up and goes,
Oh, these are pretty. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the advice, little one.
Uh-huh. No worries.
Remember to always believe in yourself, Maya.
Why wouldn't I? That's stupid.
I love her so much.
Can you imagine not believing in yourself?
That'd be
I
wild.
like that attitude.
Damn.
Greg sometimes feels like his presence here is not important.
Well, you
Praise the
should work
Lord.
on that because, come on.
Imagine Maya being your therapist. You should work on that. Come on.
I think I'd be better off, honestly.
Greg meant, but okay.
A little too real, Maya. A little too real.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Next stop, the academy. We can pick Pickles up on the way.
yeah, it doesn't take too long before Pickles, like, catches up to you.
Actually,
Oh,
that's a good question.
what are you doing, Pix? Pix?
I feel I love it. I feel like if he leaves and he sees the others are gone, I feel like he might just go straight to the church and grab, like, because it's right there.
Ooh.
He might just go straight to the church and grab the book.
Okay.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna rule that, like, he gets outside, he sees that nobody's around, and then he, like, looks left, looks right, and he takes off at a run towards the Church of Lexidus.
Sure. You run into the church. It's, again, like those beautiful white and gold. And you see the same priest that you did before. And they look at you and goes, oh, hello. You're back.
Hey, sorry, this is really quick. I'm about to figure out a whole lot of shit about myself. Do you have a book that's blank that's supposed to come from the library, like the big library that we all believe in, that we know is there, that she, like, writes all of her stuff down in, but, like, it's blank, and you, like, give it to, like, people, like, see, and he kind of, like, pulls down his eyelids, and, like, see, I got, like, the eyes, like, what that other guy had. Do you have that book?
He, like, takes a second to process what you said and blinks slowly and goes, yeah, my child, come with me and we'll take a look, as long as you promise not to tear it apart.
I have no plans to do that. Boy, in any other context apart from me knowing what's going on here, this would be very ominous and creepy, but let's go.
All right. And yeah, he leads you, instead of the main chapel area where you were before, he leads you to, like, a side room that opens up, and there's, like, a little altar that, like, has, like, protections around this book that is on a desk. It is golden with, like, these intricate designs on it, but as, like, he does open it up and show you that it is blank. This is a book from the library.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, you probably at this point, like, reach out and touch it.
Yeah, like Pickles will very dramatically like open up like, ha!
Yeah, and sure enough, it is blank on the inside. But as you like open it up and like kind of touch the paper, you feel a sudden jolt through your whole body. And like your vision just goes white as suddenly your eyes roll back into your head. And you find you're no longer in the church. You're standing in a grand corridor made of marble and gold, lined with velvet on the floor. There's glowing orbs lining the hall that you're in. The world outside of Camp in Pinkwater has always felt really big to you, but this makes you feel impossibly tiny. There is...
Pickles.
Oh, yeah.
I was just gonna ask, like, well, you finish painting a word picture, and then I'll say what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you suddenly see that there's movement behind you, and you're nearly stepped on as a woman stomps down the hall, nearly 10 feet tall and dressed in golds and whites. And right after her comes a tall man dressed in greens. You spot, like, a fox embroidered in gold on the hem of his clothing. And he's chasing after the woman. Their features are hard to make out from where you are, and everything feels like kind of hazy.
Okay. Is Bastard with me?
You kind of like you look around and Bastard's nowhere to be seen. It's just you in this hallway as these two impossibly tall people like storm by you.
Pickles will he will go to speak and he'll like kind of squeak a little bit and like his voice will fail him for a second. But then he'll take a deep breath and be like, excuse me? Where have you seen a badger?
And these two tall people don't seem to address you at all. Like, they don't look at you. The woman, like, spins around, though, and looks at the man behind her and says, "She's gone too far this time." And the man says, "Sister, I understand your fury, but you must calm down. Our brother is dead. I know, and it hurts, but you cannot storm upon Mother's chambers with vengeance in your heart. I will not lose you to her mad grief as well." "Then what would you have us do? War is upon us, and it is her doing." "We leave." "What? You would have me run? You would have me cower in fear from her?" "We cannot extinguish a fire from inside the place. We must regroup. We must find a way out of here. Brother, we won't find what we need here. Come on. I know a way to the tree that she doesn't know. Let's talk to Grandfather." And the two of them turn to leave, and it's at this point that the woman pauses and makes direct eye contact with you. And it's the first time that you've actually gotten a glimpse of her face. And there's these bright gold eyes that seem to stare right through you, and it makes your entire body feel like it's on fire.
His ears kind of droop. Hi, I was... Badger? Sorry, I think you're in the middle of something. I can come back later. I actually, I don't know if I can.
And she says nothing but points at you and goes, "Tell our story. Set it straight." And then suddenly everything around you turns into stardust, basically, collapsing around you as you blink and you find yourself back in the church. And those same words that she spoke to you are now on that book. And the priest kind of like looks over and goes, "Huh, that's different."
Oh, this doesn't normally happen?
The last time words were written in here was when Lawkeeper Lockhart came as a young lad. And, well, they vanished. And as he's saying that, the words do start to, like, almost burn up and vanish, and the page is blank again. He goes, like that. Very rarely does anything get written in this book at all. That's certainly something. It is a blessing from the goddess. And he starts, like, doing hand motions upwards, because may the order of the universe stay intact.
You said it's a blessing?
Yep, blessing, probably. I hope it's a blessing.
Well, if I'm perfectly honest, and Pickles will close the book. I'm not so sure.
Well, something divine has happened here regardless. And that is more than most folks can say.
Pickles will just kind of nod and, like, he'll just kind of look at Bastard and go, and where were you?
He, like, turns his head sharply towards you and puts his paw on his chest, like, incensed.
Whatever. And you didn't, like, he looks back down, like, waits for a second, he looks back down at Bastard and goes, and you didn't see any of that. Well, I feel as though I have fucked up. I'll tell you later. Let's get going.
He sticks his, like, little badger tongue out.
Come on, you weird weasel.
And yeah, like, as you leave, the priest just kind of, like,
goes... Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, as you, like, leave with Bastard, the priest kind of, like, walks around and, like, starts kneeling and is praying in front of the book, like, really fiercely.
As Pickles leaves, he, like picks up Bastard to leave, and just him holding this badger, and I'm like, thank you, Father. And then he will walk out of the church and find his friends.
Yeah, there we go. And I think, actually, at that point, as you walk out of the church, that might be where we end it for today, because we're getting close to when Sarah said that she needed to leave.
I'm sorry. We're going to have a conversation with Vasca.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, but I don't think we have enough time for that, too. But yeah, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For watching.
Yeah. Goodbye now.
Good boy.
Bye.